Hello, all you hardcores. Welcome to part two. We're just waiting for Andy who's not from Aberdeen to log in. See, Liverpool have just got done on penalties. Liverpool have just been done on penalties, mate. They should let them play till there's a goal, shouldn't they?
Yeah, who was that by?
PSG.
Hmm, that's a bummer. My mate George will be gutted. He's a big Liverpool fan now.
Hey?
My mate George will be gutted. He's a big Liverpool fan. So,
Is it?
yeah, that's a bummer, isn't it? Our local team won the other night. That's in the, well, look like they're getting relegated out of the Premiership, but they're St Johnstone. But they won, they're through to the semi finals of the Scottish Cup now, I believe. So, it'd be a bit ironic if they won the Cup and then got relegated. But I think they've got Celtic next, so I don't think they've got, it's a tough ask, isn't
Who's Rangers manager? Is it Ferguson?
it? I'm not sure. I don't really follow that closely. But is it Barry Ferguson? He used to play for them. I don't think that's
Oh,
Ferguson.
somebody's called Ferguson, his manager. I don't know. I've seen it earlier. Something. Are they trying to out him or something?
Barry Ferguson. I think he's the stand-in manager now. I think he used to play for them as far as I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. They're trying to out him.
Yeah, I can't remember who was. I can't remember who was touted as being their next manager. I did hear a name, but
They were
it
doing
kind of
good when
escaped.
Ali McCoy's manager, weren't they? Why didn't they get him back?
I think I heard him say, I'm old man tell me that McCoy said he would give up everything to go back and manage them. So,
Of course he would at 12 grand a week.
oh, aye.
It's going to be more than what he's getting on Talk Sport, isn't it? And
Oh, yeah.
if they give him a 3 year deal and he's shite after a year, they're going to pay him 2 years' wage to piss off.
You can't. It's a
Anybody?
win-win situation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, of course, they're going to put his son for. It's like Jose Mourinho. He's a bit of a brass, isn't he? They're like
Yeah,
they're like boxing people, brassers. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Money is God, eh?
Hey,
Money is God to these people. They worship money.
I know. Okay then. Dylan White's hand injury, are we buying it or what? And if Joyce had got injured, would Dylan White have fought Ergovic?
No. I don't believe anything that comes out of Dillian White's mouth.
Well,
Well,
it's a bit like when John Fury says something, innit? Like nobody believes anything he says now, do they? Or his son.
yeah,
When any Furies say out now, everybody's like, oh, nobody believes a word, do they, of it, from Tyson or
I
John.
saw a video clip the other day of them. I looked like they were sitting in a restaurant or something. Just done a 10K 6 mile run, didn't we, Dad? Yeah, yeah, just done it. Did it. Do good time as well, about an hour. Yeah, just under an hour. That's how.
Well, an
He
hour for
didn't look like he'd been. Didn't look like he'd been anywhere.
not been. You know what? Let me just tell you a little story, right? You know the father. He used to run up Allywell Road in Bolton, right? About 20 yard, right? Throw a bit of water on his face and he'd put it on Instagram. Come out Peter's gym, run up Halliwell Road. Yeah, yeah, we're just on a 10K here. And then they'd double back to that sandwich shop opposite gym. And that's it. That's his story.
He likes round numbers, eh? Tens and hundreds and all that. It's always.
Pathological liar, mate. An absolute poncing liar of the highest order. Were they convinced a load of people, boxing fans, who are the most stupid in the world at best of times? They convinced them all that his son were a goat. Now, that video I've done with that ex-fighter tonight, Liam Jones, he's made his debut. That's a two-parter. We just broke it down, his CV, and it's who he didn't fight. Now, when he
Yeah.
beat John McDermott, he had to fight him again. But he didn't want to go near David Price, did he, when the board called the fight, did he? They went in a
No.
different direction. Why? They were offering a fortune to fight David Price. They could have had 150 grand a piece then. That were a lot of money then. He didn't want to know. They wanted to go fight for 30s. 30. What, when you can have 150? Eh?
Yeah,
Because David Price were putting people on button moon.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, to that kid, I can't even remember if we mentioned this, but people keep going on about Joshua and Fury. When you look at the CVs, they're absolutely shocking. Joshua's is shocking because at least Tyson went and took Vladimir on when he'd been the champion all that time and Wilder. Joshua's CV's absolutely shocking, mate. Shocking, Joshua's. And a pair of them have had 18 counts. It should be 19, but they've had 18 counts. They're knocked about, and now they're trying to sell the fight again. It's in talks again. Can you believe that, Andy? The sheer brass neck of them.
I don't care if I don't see it now. I will watch if it happens, but I'm not really bothered. Couldn't really give a monkeys if it happens or not.
Hey,
You're just tired. Everybody's just jaded with back and forth, and I mean it's gone on for years now, isn't it? It's just they want to. Who cares? I don't care.
nobody's
But
interested in it now, mate.
I will watch it. But I'm not. I don't really care. I don't really care who wins. Who would I think wins? I think probably Fury's got a wee bit more left than Joshua. Um, but you've probably got to favour him. You're only as good as your last fight, isn't it? So that's about it, isn't it?
Listen, mate,
Pants. Why
absolute
is
pony, mate.
why has Ring Magazine got him rated at number one? Tyson Fury. Is
Well,
that just dangling a carrot to get him back, or I don't know.
it's
I mean,
absolute craziness, mate.
you've got at the moment you would probably pick Parker and Dubois, Caballel. There's no even point in mentioning Usyk. Usyk's done him twice. Any talk of that? You know what annoys me? I keep seeing. I think I actually seen one of the Boxing King media things. You know that undisputed. There's some video game of that. Why is Tyson Fury in the box of that? He's never been undisputed.
Listen, it's an absolute joke what's going on. An
Shocking.
absolute joke.
And Usyk's still not getting the respect he deserves.
Not, he's
He's
never going to
just
get his respect. Never going to get
no.
his respect whatsoever. And do you know why? Because he's the main man. Everything's geared
Yeah.
up for him to get beat by Daniel Dubois in July, you know.
I bet the judges have been chosen already. Yeah.
Well, that's how they're going to work it, mate. That's what's going to happen. You watch what happens, mate. He will get absolutely royally shafted. And I mean royally shafted, mate. I'm telling you now for
For,
nothing.
for the first time ever, I think I've actually seen Usyk with a bit of spite about him. And remember when he said to Turkey, make the fight, make the Dubois fight. And I've heard him a few times saying, I want the Dubois fight. It's like he wants to punish Dubois for all, not only crashing his interview, but all this bullshit that was still going on about, the low blow. It wasn't a low blow. It fucking was a low blow. Excuse my French.
Listen, mate, right.
That was a low.
Go watch Hatman. Hatman dissects it perfectly, but he's got better vocabulary than me. He dissects it perfectly, right? The only people that are saying it's a low blow are people that need access to Bricktop.
Yeah.
That's it. All the lickers. You go and ask them that Umar IFL Umar, who runs Box Nation YouTube, Coogan, Puppy Parsons, the lot of them. They've all gone with a low blow. Oh, it will low, it will low, it will low. You know why? Because they had to say that. They're not
Yeah.
allowed an opinion, mate, or they get chopped off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's the livelihoods. It's like working in a factory and somebody doing something in the factory that you work at, and you say, "Yeah, that's not. I don't like what you've just done there with them boxers." And people saying, "Look, you can't say that about him doing that. His dad's owner, so you're going to be on a 3 day week now and not a 5 day week." You say, "Well, I've got a mortgage, so I'm not bothered." You can't say that. So then what? Then after a few weeks, they'll say to you, "What did you think you saw?" And you'll go, "Oh, well, I don't think I really saw that." They'll go, "Okay, you're on a 5 day week now." And that's
Yeah.
what's going on in boxing. That's all it is. It's people frightened to give an opinion. They all make out that these big boxing men, but when anything happens, they all get splinters up their arsehole. That's the bottom
I saw,
line.
I saw a video. It was around about the time of that press conferences with the egg gate. Adam Catterall, he was meant to be going there. He was wanting to interview Conor Ben and Eubank Jr., but they wouldn't let him interview him. He didn't get the interview. So was it fair that he was going to ask the questions that would need to be asked? I don't know.
Joke, mate. It's an
Hmm.
absolute joke. It's an absolute. I mean, I don't know what to say, mate, but it's an absolute joke. But like I said, we're seeing it every day. I mean, have you noticed how Judge Jordan, Jug Ears, they've all been softened up on Conor Ben now, aren't they? Jug Ears is saying, I've known him years and he's a friend of mine and we get on and all this. Well, 2.5 years ago, Jug Ears was the first one to come out and rinse him.
Yeah, getting stuck into him.
Another thing as well. Do you remember when Miller tested and Canelo? How Eddie Hills, Coogan, and all the rest of them went after Miller and Canelo, didn't they? Right?
Yeah.
But and Tony Bellew as well. But when it were Crusher Ben, oh, not our Connor. We know him. We know him.
Yeah. Tony Bellew went on radio silence for that one, didn't he? He just
Here's
shut
another
himself
one.
right down.
Here's another one. The Cobra and the Ben interview, it's not on Frotton Fighting, is it? It's on DAZN, isn't it? But why ain't it been put
Yeah.
out?
Exactly. I remember you saying that, and I've been looking and looking for it coming out every day. I'd have a wee look, search on fighting, no sign it. But I remember hearing you say, I can't remember who you were talking about. You said it was going to, it might have been Bob. You said it was coming on, it was going to be
Yeah,
on
well,
the
it was
zone.
supposed to be coming out, wasn't it, on DAZN? It's not come out yet. I wonder what the delays are. They editing it all out to stitch
Yeah,
the Cobra up?
could be. Yeah.
Could be. Maybe the Cobra got stuck into him, and
Well,
the
if they don't show, if he was stuck into them and they don't show the full interview, he should get on his high horse and take a stand on it.
hey.
That's what the Cobra needs to do. If he has put it on him in an interview and they don't publish the interview, Cobra needs to come out and make a video telling us about it, telling everybody that they edited whatever questions it was out.
Listen, mate, there's something not right about it. Oh, what's going on at the moment, mate?
That's that's taking too long now. That should have been out about a week ago, eh?
Well, they might put it out near at the time at fight, a couple of weeks before, because they're gonna have face-offs and that. But my argument at the moment is this: the boxing media, those with access, have got no backbone. None of them have any backbone. They're all going with the narratives because they need access. You've got people like Darren Barker, right? Who's a backstabber anyway? Backstabbed Mick Hennessy and jumped. Mick Hennessy did all heavy lifting with him.
Yeah,
Right, backstab Mick Hennessy and to go with Eddie Hills. Barker's dead against drug cheats. Dead against him. He's been very outspoken about Canelo. He was outspoken about Miller when Miller were fighting Joshua. Uh, but he never really said out about Dylan White when he were Eddie Hills, did he? Never said
yeah,
no about Billy Joe. Never said no about Crusher. Do you know what I mean? Because he's from the same trainer. But he had plenty to say about Miller and Canelo. Right? Now he's another one, Darren Barker. They slip and slide, and they should hang their heads in shame. There's a lot more they need to hang their heads in shame in boxing media. But can they look in the mirror at night, Andy? I know I can.
yeah.
I
They
know I
can.
can.
That's it. That's shameful, isn't it?
Absolutely shameful. Uh, Amzad Shearers. Where does he go now? Him? He's in like a no man's land, isn't he? Oh, they're
He's
going to
in
risk
limbo,
him
isn't
with now. Oh, they're going to risk him with now because basically he's shite, isn't he?
he? Yeah, he didn't. It's a big opportunity in Saudi, and he let himself down, didn't he? Too tentative.
You think he got away with
No,
murder because Turkey's his man and his ambassador?
I think so. He's the Austin ambassador.
He's the
The
hot.
Austin ambassador of boxing.
Do you remember the Austin ambassadors? They're like Austin princesses. You drive them up road and front end lifts up, doesn't it, on them? Do you remember? Do you remember
He's
them?
got
All
he's got
right.
he's got hydropneumatic suspension. Hamza Shiraz.
Hey?
Yeah, an Austin Ambassador was like a facelift model of the Princess, wasn't it? Like the Morris Ital was a facelift of the Morris Marina.
Morris Marine. Do you like Morris Marinas, Andy?
No, really not. But I'd rather have one of them than an electric car, I think.
Would you?
Well, I don't know. Thinking back, maybe no.
Hey?
But
What did you think?
Morris Marina,
What do
they're
you think?
probably in that book. Probably in that book I've got.
What book?
That book I got for my Christmas. I got for my brother. I'm sure there's Morris Marina. I'd rather have a Granada, or what about a Triumph 2500 PI, something like that.
I had a Morris Ital, me, donkeys years ago when I was a nipper. 1.7 HLE Morris Ital.
Yeah, there's Marinas there, right? You got also got the Marina Coupe.
Is there a Morris Ital in there?
Let's have a look. Cheap around about here, I would have thought.
That's 80s though, isn't it, in Ital?
Yeah, the Tal came out around about 1980, didn't it?
My mate took
Nah,
Montego Turbo when I was young. I shit my pants. Do you remember them? Austin Mont.
they were quick for their time, eh? They just wheel spin in third gear and everything, didn't they? They were. I tell you what, if you go on YouTube, there's a brilliant video. Remember that actor Ian Ogilvy that played the Saint, Return of the Saint? Well, he goes to, it might be Silverstone, and he meets up with Steve Soper, the touring car driver, and he takes him round the track in this MG Montego Turbo. That's hilarious. How's the gear change, Steve? Oh, it's great. It's like a big porridge stick. It's the big long throw. But they were a quick car on the road for their time, weren't they? They're
Yeah,
probably about 150 horsepower or something, but shite handling. But in their day, they were quick compared to what else was around. It'd probably be as quick as an RS Turbo Escort, maybe a wee bit quicker actually.
yeah, yeah. It's quicker than summer. What do you make to Jonas, Natasha Jonas, aka J Lo, against Ivan Drago? What did you think?
She just wasn't at the races, was she?
The age
Um,
we
yeah, I think so. So she got old overnight there, I think. What I was curious about, did Joe G ever get drug testing for these fights that night?
Well, nobody's mentioned it, have they?
Just curious about that.
Mm. Going to be interesting to see what happens moving forward. Joe G's training Zelfa now, anyway. What do you think to that?
Is he? I didn't know that. No.
Zelfa Barrett, yeah.
So they all out in Saudi at that Mike Tyson gym, are they still training in the UK?
I would assume he'd go wherever Joe goes, wouldn't he, really, now? It's probably a
Yeah,
good move with Joe being right hand man for Turkey, but Pat
yeah,
Barrett's gym's not far from Joe's anyway. It's only Collyhurst
right.
over to Moss Side, so I think Zelfa's a Moss Side kid anyway, so it's not far for him, is it?
Yeah.
So,
See how
so
that works, pans out. Yeah.
yeah. Do you think Eddie's going to retire? He's doing retirement interviews, isn't he?
I find that he maybe semi-retires or something like that. He's not got a big stable anyway now, does he? Doesn't he? Not got a lot of British fighters, as far as I'm aware.
Well, it's shocking news this week for Eddie, I think, because Eddie's going to be devastated that he's out of that circle. Because now they're going to have to fend for themselves, and his stable's a bit threadbare, isn't it? Really?
Depleted, eh?
Well,
Meanwhile, Bricktop's signing everybody up, eh?
he's got to do because he wants to get the Saudi money, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They're not daft, are they? But can you see them working together in UK, Bricktop and Eddie, or can you see them just going at loggerheads again?
Um, I think you might see them working together. I think the ice has kind of been broken on that. Um, if they were to just go back to going at loggerheads with each other, that would there'd be a lot of comments about that. But you're not out of question Bricktop anyway, are you? Because he just turns into incredible exploding man again, doesn't he? He's like,
Why is he so angry lately?
he's because he's got too much to hide. Doesn't want people prodding to find out the truth.
You think?
He's a hider of the truth.
What do you think about Wardley against Pulef being ordered by WBA for regular?
That's a good fight for Wardley and a bad fight for Pulev, I would say. I think I think Wardley will do a mid rounds, maybe round six, maybe even earlier now. Round five, round six. Pulev's an old man now, isn't he? What's he, 43? Does that make him the second oldest man to hold a heavyweight title?
Yeah, I think it does, doesn't it?
Hmm.
It's a strange one, really, isn't it? Because Pulef, right? He's an old dog, old sea dog.
Yeah.
He might old man Wardley, like he did Huey.
He's a tough old guy, isn't he? He is tough. Give him his due.
I've met him in Bulgaria as a big lump.
He's a big guy, yeah. I remember him taking on. Remember he
Do
took on Klitschko,
you
and
know what
he
they do
got
out
knocked down a
there?
few times.
Do you know what they do out there, Andy? If you mess about, they take you up in mountains and kill you.
Ah, bury you.
That's what they do out there in Bulgaria. They don't mess about. And Pulef's entourage, they're a pretty heavy mob, you know.
Mm,
Pretty heavy. He's a pretty heavy guy out there. Him and all these of them who hang around with him. But
yeah.
I swear to God, you asked me, mate, Frank Smith, and we were out there strutting about and that. Frank says, "You'll have to pipe down out here, you." Left slot. They look like see they were serious dudes. Them guys who were hanging with him, but
Gangsters.
heavy mob. Uh, yeah. It's. Do you think Mickey Theo and Joe Egan are going to fight, or is it just knackers chatting?
Handbags at high noon.
Hey,
No, it's just, has there been any more talk of that? Because that's just a, remember you were saying big Joe Egan can't even get his jacket off, eh?
Big Joe
Never mind.
Egan, right? Let me tell you something about Joe Egan, right? Sending me stupid letters to the factory, right? Didn't even get addressed right, but I ended up with it. I had to pay a fiver for the letter. That's how thick these people are. You know, if he come to the factory, like I've asked him to, right? I don't even need a fair play, man. I'd go outside, right? I'd put it on him that much, you'd think he was surrounded. 'Cause he can't even move. He can't even get his coat on properly. So why is he going round doing evenings with, talking knackers, absolute pony macaroni about being this big fighting man? He had a fight 32 years ago. He couldn't hack it. He had 4 fights as a boxer. That's it. Just a fat blob. The other ones never had a fight. And they're talking
Yeah,
utter shite. Shite talkers for the sake of it, mate. Pair of them. Absolutely embarrassing. 60-year-old men thinking they're going to get a slice of the Saudi bounty.
no
Absolute
chance.
waffling.
Yeah, no chance. I think I've said before, if I was Mickey Theo, and I remember he said he was wanting to fight John Fury, and John Fury put that video out, right, come up tomorrow, I would have gone up. If I wanted to fight John
They've
Fury, I
gone up
would have
to,
gone up.
they've gone up, it's not far to Billy Joe's barn from Mick's. I told him, I says, mate, just go round to Billy Joe. Well, we're not going to get paid. I want a chunk of dough. I says, look, you don't need the dough. Go get stuck in. Why has
Yeah,
it all got to be about dough? We're running up and down the country with billboards and all that. Put some right effort in, loads of filming and all that. For what? For
yeah.
what? But and
What's the point?
5 years later, Mick's still not had a fight with anybody. All he's doing is talking about it and strutting around, going for a breakfast every morning in Epping Forest. And people are talking about him and John Fury. It's like reflected glory, isn't it? Is that where Mick's at in his life? And the other one has jumped onto Mick's ponytail or whatever, Mick's tail to have a bit of that John Fury bounty. A pair of them are not had a fight with anybody. Just go and have a fight. Stop talking
Just get
about it.
Get out of their system. Battle of the Neverbeens or Challengers or whatever.
We'll have a fight. Come and see me, Joe Egan. I'll get stuck into you. I'll show you what I'm capable of. Jesus, they're talking about it. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Old Botox face. You couldn't make it up, mate. Oh, go. Hey, Cuss, Mike, Kevin Rooney, eating Catskills, eating meatloaf prepared by Camille, Cuss's wife. Great days, Mike. Great days. Do you see Mike on that video? Oh, man, I can't remember any of that, man. Put words in Mike's mouth on an evening with that they're organising. Mike's not going to say, you're full of shit. He's just going to take his 40 bags, isn't he? For talking a load of shit, talking about himself for an hour, 40 grand, and going to give them their 4 grand and drive off. That's it. That's
Tales of the unexpected.
when he came to Donny, he had my mate, John Anthony, who's ex-cruiserweight, fought Callum Johnson, Joe Gallagher's guy. He did security outside door with that Pete Rafter. And he had them running around for weed and root beer all night. That's a true story, that. Mike Tyson. And he'd turn up and all questions were vetted and he wouldn't do an hour. And then they'd drive him off in a limo and he'd take his 40 grand. And that were it. That were Iron Mike's story, convicted rapist. And you've got Joe Egan practically noshing him off. You couldn't make it up. These people are absolute vile. Absolute vile. Isn't that right, Joe Egan? Big dosser. Big dosser.
Glenn McCrory was the hardest white man in the gym, wasn't he?
There you go, Glenn McCrory. And that's according to Kevin Rooney Jr., right? Who I've had some dealings with. He's a matchmaker. That's according to Kevin Rooney Jr., the son of Kevin Rooney. Glenn McCrory was the hardest white man from the UK that Mike Tyson sparred. Not the other guy. There's no footage whatsoever. Where's the footage? Where's the footage of him sparring Mike? Because there's footage going back to Junior Olympics in '82. So where's footage of him? They've got Greg Page sparring him, who dropped him before he fought the guy who beat him, Buster Douglas. And they've got other guys sparring him. Glenn McCrory from that era in mid-80s. And other people, Oliver McCall, a lot of them. So where's him sparring him? There isn't any. Because let me tell you this, if he'd have sparred him, he'd have got some sort of footage. He'd been begging for it. It ain't, mate. But what happens is, once you tell a lie, Andy, you tell another or you shut it down. And what Big Joe Egan's done, he can't shut it down now because he's pinching a few quid out of the story and he's even wrote a book about it. Fantasy Island, that book should be called. Pure Fantasy Island. So I say to Joe Egan, where's the footage? Because according to Kevin Rooney Jr., there's footage going back to 1982. So if you sparred him after then, where's the footage? It's full of shit. Absolute waffling cunts.
Spun a big web of lies, eh? He's got a big fat spider.
That's what these people do. What do you think about Ring Magazine then? It looks like Turkey just wants, and Dana White, they just want to have Ring Magazine as like their commission, their own commission. Do you think that's good? I do. Because all other commissions now will be shit in the pants, won't they? It's been going on for a while, hasn't it?
I was talking to Bob about I think we're looking at the top 15 ratings. We're just looking at heavyweights. Keep it simple. And the top 15 rankings of like WBC, IBF, WBA, and WBO. Michael Hunter's ranked number 2 with one of the bodies, and he's not even in the top 15 of the other bodies. So why is there so many big inconsistencies? And there's none of these top 15 is what we would probably have as a top 15, you know. Hardcore boxing fans. Yeah. So I need to check the Rings top 15. That's probably nearer the truth, you would imagine, because there's no it's not really aligned to any promoters or what. Well, apart from him owning it now, I suppose, but the actual ratings. But I tell you what else I heard. I heard the guard saying that he is part of the committee that does the rankings. Did you know that?
Who is the Gad?
The guard, isn't it?
Well, the Gad, let me tell you, right? He were involved with, you know, Hall of Fame. He were
Yeah,
involved with that. Gad, he were one on selection committee, wasn't he, back in the day?
right.
I don't know if he
Mm.
still is now, but yeah, I bet he is involved with rankings, the Gad, and he'll be just doing as he's told, won't he? Really?
Yeah, that's it. But I mean, you look at there's no two of them anywhere near each other. I see they've got Lawrence Okolie as number one with the WBC. Um, I see a lot of folk jumping up and down about that. But then I remember you saying something about, I think it was the WBO, was it Chris Billum Smith, because he was the WBO champion, he could have got, was it, he could have got a mandatory shot at the heavyweight title? Would that be right? When he was the cruiserweight champion?
Yeah, yeah,
So I don't know what rules the WBC have regarding that, but Coley he's been the cruiserweight champion and the bridgerweight champion, hasn't he?
yeah. Coley's fighting Riak Porte now, isn't he? At heavyweight.
Mhm.
That's a good fight, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that should be good now. I hope
What
he comes in a wee bit lighter than he did the last time, though. I thought he was too heavy. I thought if he come in about 17 and a half would be a good weight for him, maybe.
what did he come in at last time, Lawrence?
About 18.8 or something, I think.
18 stone 8. Yeah, but 2 stone of that's cock, isn't it? So and 4 stone
Yeah,
of it, 4 stone of it's his feet. So
I tell
really,
you
he's
what,
only like 16 stone, isn't he?
I tell you what I saw the other day. It was quite funny. Was it Saturday night? Friday was it Friday night? The Jonas fight. Johnny Horsecock with Eddie Hills is bit of fluff. Eddie must have been sweating if you saw that on the telly.
Why is
Mingling,
that
Johnny
like?
mingling.
Was Sky Nicholson working with Horsecock?
Well, she was there anyway next to him at some point in the match.
Oh,
Sky on
Eddie
Sky.
needs to keep her away from Horsecock. He's been everywhere, hasn't he? He likes a good TV presenter, doesn't he? Horsecock. Ask Kirsty Gallagher and who's the other one with Binns who works there.
Anna Woolhouse, is it? Is that her name?
Yeah, well, I don't know if Johnny's been there, like, but it's his mate in it. Johnny gets everywhere. He gets where water gets. He's not known as the Big Dipper for no.
Big D.
I know the Big Dipper. Right, that's about it, really, Andy. I'm knackered. It's
Yeah,
20
so am
past
I.
11, and we're on the hard road this morning,
Yeah, bro.
3 a.m. So I think I was texting you then when I just got back, 3 a.m.
I was late. I was up late. Early start tomorrow, so
We're
I
on
need
the
to get my head down and get some quality sleep.
got the hard road to do again. So listen, you take care, mate.
You too, pal. We'll
We'll
catch up soon.
God bless.
Okay, mate. All the
Good night.
best. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
And leave a comment. Should we give Bob? Should we give Canada's boxing channel YouTube a shout out?
Yep. Everybody like and subscribe Canada's boxing channel for some good videos, all historic stuff. He's looking back on all the old fighters and that. It's well worth
Yeah.
a look.
Should we
And
give Peter De Freitas a shout out? He's at hospital every other day now.
is he? Oh, he's a good guy, Peter De Freitas, isn't he? He's a straight talker. There's no BS when Peter's about, is there? So
Anthony's doing well on channel. Curtis Woodhouse and Peter De Freitas, they're leading the race at the moment with about 3,000 views on their videos or something. We're only small fry, aren't we? They're winning, and but Kent's getting a new iPad, so I'm going to be bringing all the big guns out. Kent and Jerry.
Kent's comeback.
Big Sean's
Um,
coming back from Scunthorpe as well. He's had a few problems, but he's coming back. So
I need to send him a message. Could you give me his number a while back? I'll maybe get him on that commission chat that Anthony set up. I had Anthony on my channel. Was
yeah,
that last week? He's a good guy, Anthony. Very interesting guy.
yeah, he's a bright guy, isn't he, Anthony? Isn't he?
Oh, aye.
Right. People keep saying to me in emails, keep personally emailing me, saying that it's Ultratech or Ingram Jones. So I don't know, they must have a similar accent.
He used to race cars, he was telling me. He's an interesting guy.
Anthony, he's all right.
He's done a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, listen, you take care.
Good man.
mate.
Don't forget Boxers in Need as well.
Boxers in need. Andy's,
Put my
yeah,
badge on.
Gary's business. Welcome estates. Boxers in need. All right, we'll give them
Yeah,
a shout out. All right, you
all
take.
good stuff.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, mate. All the best. Take care.
Right.
Cheers.
Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. 11:23 p.m. and that is it. 20 hours I've been up. I am absolutely ponied macaronied. Go on, booyaka.